All right, a crypto ETF is our move of the day. The ProShares Bitcoin Strategy ETF trading at its highest level since June 2022. The fund capitalizing on Bitcoin's comeback. Bitcoin today hitting its highest level since May of last year. Let's bring in our next guest, Meltem Demirors of CoinShares. She is calling for Bitcoin to go higher. Meltem, you there? Good to see you.
I'm here. Good to see you. It's the season of the most hated rally. That's what I call these times.
It really is. So many people wanted to believe that it was dead, and yet the prospect of the Bitcoin ETF, and as I understand it, there's a window that is opening for possible approvals for this Bitcoin ETF. Are you expecting any before the end of the year?
Look, I'm a betting woman. I'm betting that we will see approval before the end of the year. If you look at on-chain betting markets, which are our fund proxy, they're also pointing at a yes. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with the SEC, government? But I think everyone in the industry very optimistic. If we look at flows into Bitcoin products, we've seen 6 weeks of consecutive flows. We saw a little bit of an uptick in flows in August, then we traded really flat, very low volumes. Last 6 weeks, we've seen a lot more activity, a lot more trading volume. We are now at $760 million of flows into Bitcoin products in 2023. We have exceeded levels in 2022. So I think those are all indicators that institutional buyers are starting to position around Bitcoin potentially rallying into year end and into Q1 of next year.
Hey, Meltem, great to have you back on the show. So talk to us a little bit. What the excitement in and around spot Bitcoin ETFs is not just that institutions, it's an easy way for them to get into it, but is it also retail? Like, for instance, they could buy it in their IRA. And you just gave us a sense of what the year-over-year increases are as far as flows. What would you expect if there are some big spot ETFs? Like, how much would that increase, in your opinion?
I think there's a lot of opportunity here, and you hit the nail on the head, Dan. I've talked about this a lot. I think the really big prize here is U.S. retirement accounts, tax advantage retirement accounts. That's super sticky AUM. And to date, if Grayscale, which is an incredibly inefficient product that has traded at a really high premium, now trading at a discount, if Grayscale has been able to amass $30 billion of AUM, no telling what a BlackRock product will do. Obviously, they have fantastic distribution, huge network as well. So I think there's a lot of enthusiasm. The question is, how quickly will those flows materialize? I think it might take a few quarters, but again, there is just this tremendous demand. Fidelity's tapped a little bit of it with their advisor offering. They have a platform the market's not really talking about, but they've offered exposure for some time, mostly to their higher net worth clients. And I think BlackRock will be huge. The other one I'm watching, by the way, Vanguard. If Vanguard makes the move, that to me will be a real indicator that the race is on. We'll also see some pressure on fees there.
Meltem, it's Karen. Thanks for being on. There's a lot of, I guess, pent-up demand, pent-up selling to be done in GBTC, for example. You've had a lot of holders that have been stuck there. Yeah. How do you think that ends up getting resolved? Is going to be enough demand to absorb that?
I think the real question is, as we get closer to clarity on when and how that conversion to an ETF might happen, how much that discount closes. Right now, there are a lot of holders of GBTC who maybe are sitting on a loss, who maybe created shares in the past, who are waiting for that discount to close. Again, if we believe markets are efficient, it would indicate that as we get closer to that conversion, that discount will close. We're already seeing some of that action, but I think that will really be the primary question when it comes to how much selling we will actually see. But there's also a question of, what will the market look like in terms of fees? The Grayscale product, it's expensive, right? So if new products come in that are more efficiently priced, I think it will create some pressure and potentially some rollover into those newer, more efficient products.